This is a big airplane, folks. This is Kedys Studio PLT-37. Nice. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel here. Today I'll be reviewing this Kedys Studio PLT-37. Now this plane was printed all with JO PLA filament. They recommend using PLA filament, no lightweight filaments or anything like that. Just print this in PLA with the basic PLA, and that's what I did with this airplane. And also this airplane is huge. It has a 1.6 meter wingspan, and the height of the fuselage is 561 millimeters, and the wing area is 37.2. This has a printed weight of 1,970 grams, so this is actually pretty light. It's just a little well, this fuselage here is lighter, but if you print this with the wings and everything, it should end up being 1,970 grams or lighter. So that's basically just a little under 4 pounds, the fuselage, and then all up weight, this should weigh about ready to fly with battery and everything in it, right in around 7 pounds, 7.5 pounds to 8 pounds, and extreme would be 9 pounds, and it still would fly. Now this has retracts and everything. This plane is scale. It has panel lines all throughout here, and the hinges and things are here. These are done with PLA filament, which is pretty cool. And it has flaps, and like I said, it has retracts, flaps and retracts and everything, and this is one cool looking airplane. So we'll go inside and have a look at some of the internal structure of this. I just want to show you guys outside how big this thing actually is, because inside we're only going to be able to show parts of it. We won't be able to see the whole plane, how big this thing actually is. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, now you can see we are back inside with this airplane here. And let's go ahead and talk about this. And again, I printed this with JO PLA filament. And this thing is a very big airplane. The fuselage length is almost 2 meters. It's 1,890 millimeters. So let's take a look at this. There's a latch back here that you 3D print also. And there's a spring in here. Just a metal spring from like a fountain pen. You just take out and use that. Just go ahead and take this off. And I printed this with clear PLA and on my bamboo printer. And you can see this turned out fantastic. And you can see some of the structure inside of here. And the airplane inside of here is filled with structure like this inside of here as well. This is just great. We have a little latch. The front piece here locks into the section here. And then the pin slips in the back of here. And so this doesn't move left to right. On top of the fuselage, we have these blocks here for that, so it doesn't move. Now, some of the structure on the inside of this plane, we can take a look at this. Now, this is one piece that, this is actually two pieces. The top glues onto the bottom, and this piece is wrong. I wasn't paying attention, and I glued the top piece onto the bottom piece backwards. And that's really not easy to do. It's just that I just was not paying any attention. And I glued it together, even though they didn't even line up properly in the back here, and I just still glued it on. I don't know why, but I did, and it's not right. But we can see the structure inside of here, how they did this. This thing is fantastic. These guys do a lot of work on these airplanes to get this type of structure, especially this is printed in PLA, and this is a very light airplane for the size of it. And it's pretty cool, you know, they've got their logo. It prints on here also inside of here, Kedys Studios. Very nice. You can see, and here you can see all the structure inside of here also. And you might can see from the outside here. You can see it inside of here. It's just fantastic work. Even here on the bottom down here, the structure inside as well. They do really great work. And this particular airplane, I purchased the file for these myself. And so because I do like their designs and everything, how they go about doing the internal structures and everything, and it's just great. And with the wing here, you can see the internal structure with the wing as well. This is great. And how this goes together, this has a very small indentation here all around here. So this just slides into here, and then you put your glue on it just like that, and you glue it together. So you can't misalign anything on this plane like I did. I just was not paying attention. Had I been paying attention, I would not have done that, because the parts didn't even line up properly when I accidentally glued those two pieces together like that. And I probably was watching TV at the same time I was doing it. And so I just got distracted and kept moving along and got it wrong. So yeah. But then we have the bottom of the wing here. And a lot of things are modular, like this here, you print this separate. And this is a heavy, not heavy piece, but it's solid. So the retracts go on this, and this goes in here just like that. So it's modular. This plugs right down in here, and then you would glue this down in here and have your retracts on this piece right here. And this gives us a lot of strength, because if you had printed this with this on here, you would not be able to get this solid like this is right here to do that, to give this the strength that it needs for the retracts. And so yeah, and that works out really well how they did that. And then there's carbon tubes that will go through here, and I'm waiting on my carbon tubes for this. That's why I haven't glued these together yet to assemble the wings, because I don't like taking these pieces like this and, you know, gluing them together without having my carbon fiber rod put through here. Now I'm pretty sure these will line up fine if I just went ahead and glued these, but I just don't like doing that. I'd like to have the carbon fiber rods too, all at the same time while I'm gluing these together, and then I can put that rod in there and then glue these two pieces together, then pull the carbon rod out of it. And just make sure that everything lines up properly before gluing together. And like I said, I'm pretty sure these holes do line up, but I just like to have the carbon fiber rods before I do that. But this is a great looking airplane. It's even got on the bottom here a speed brake. See if I can lift this up without breaking anything. Okay, we have a speed brake that comes down to like that and goes back up. And one servo controls that. And one servo controls the elevator on this plane, one servo controls the rudder, and one for each aileron, and one for each flap, and one for the speed brake on the bottom. And this comes with the files for these, I don't know what they're called, mufflers, type horn type things on the side here. Comes with files for all that. The files for the spinners, it comes with that also, the and the 3MF files. It comes with STL files and the 3MF files, the 3MF files. And it comes with a back plate everything, and it comes with a motor mount. So you take the motor and slide it into the motor mount, then you put that down inside of here, and again, it's modular where you can take that out. And this uses several motors too, 6 cells. And this plane is just, like I said, this is a lot of design has gone into this, a lot of work has gone into this. And this has a cruising speed of 72 kilometers per hour. 72 was at about, if I had to guess, that's close to 40 miles an hour. So that's the cruising speed, around 72 kilometers per hour. And it has a stall speed of 41 miles an hour. So that's, I would guess that's right around 18, 19 miles an hour. And so yeah, this here, again, I can't say enough good things about this because it's just a remarkable looking airplane. And I printed this on my, like I said, I printed this on my Bamboo Labs printers, and I used 3 Bamboo Labs printers. I used an H2S, a P1S, and a A1 to print all of this, and everything lines up fine by using 3 different printers and everything too. But I do like the fact that this is just regular PLA, and they recommend using just regular PLA to print your airplanes, their airplanes. And the thing about it, they're able to use PLA is because the structures are so light. Put this back here. The structures that they do here, the planes are very, very light, and they're very strong too, strong and light. And this plane, to me, this just looks amazing. I mean, you're looking at it on camera here, but in person, this is just an amazing looking airplane. And I am so happy I bought the files for this. I can't wait to get this in the air. Now, where I live in Tucson, Arizona, it's hot right now. Yeah, it's 100 degrees and hotter now that the summer's here. So I probably won't fly this until the fall, because it's just too hot. Putting this in the car and driving it out to the field, the sun, beaming in the windows, I don't know if it, will warp the PLA or not. So I just rather not even risk it and just wait till the fall and take this out when it's cooler weather and fly it. But something like this, you think it's a lot of money. I think so far I used maybe 2.5 rolls of PLA for this, for the gray, and this, not much PLA for this clear canopy up here, and these different color here, not much for any of that. So you're looking at probably, if I had to guess, maybe $50 in PLA material. And then the servos that I'll be using, the servos are roughly about $12 to $15 a piece. The most expensive thing on this plane will be the motor. I'm going to be using a dual sky motor for this. So the motor and the speed controller is not that expensive. The motor is about $133, but that's not too bad either. So something like this, you can get something like this in the air for roughly, let's see, buying the files for this, I believe they're around $58, $60. I don't remember what I paid for them, but I want to say 58 sounds what I paid. So roughly $60 for the files, and then probably about another $50 for the material. So that's $100 right there. $130 for the motor. So let's just say $250, and then for the retracts another $100. So around $350, and then the servos. So roughly around $400 to $500. You have a very large airplane that you 3D print, and you're out flying this, and this, it's just a scale looking airplane. It's very, very nice. And like I said, I can't say enough nice things about Kedys Studio airplanes. They are well designed, and they put a lot of time into these things, and you just can't go wrong with them. So yeah, but anyway, that's going to do it for this little review on this airplane. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments, or contact me on my Facebook group or my Patreon site. Both are called CAD Build Fly RC. And also, if you can't become a paid member on my Patreon site, the stuff that you see me design on my YouTube channel, you have access to most of it over there. And it's just $5 a month. And you can download as much as you want from over there. Also, there are some files that, if you don't want to join, there are some files that you can purchase over there as well. And if you need help designing anything like that, if you need one-on-one instruction on designing an airplane or a jet or anything, you can just contact me and I can help you design those planes too. And so yeah, you know, if you have an existing design that you want to do, existing design or something that you want to do your own design or something like that. So yeah, but anyway, that's going to do it for this video, and I will catch you in the next one.
Subscribe for more.